Holy crap, Batman. This is awesome. A 22 RBS Cougar 2019 model, late model, very little use. Down here at Haylett RV Brokers of Coldwater, Michigan. This is an amazing, like, perfect singles or couples camper. You know, if you're just one person running around or if there's a pair of you having a good time, this thing is incredible, and it is loaded. And this was built during the first generation where Cougar went 0-degree rated even in their travel trailers. So you can see, you know, big storage, aluminum skeleton, in command, power jacks, 12-volt tank heaters, beautiful front windshield. It's so close to the current generation, it's not even funny. Just might save you a couple grand. And man, this thing is a looker. It is well kept. It is not beat up. It is a looker for sure. And what you're going to find is, like, this is a small camper with big RV feels. Like, we got that nice vaulted ceiling and an awesome lighting package opening it up. That is a floor flush deep slide, which allows for a nice true theater seat over there. Panoramic viewing windows, all of which open for airflow around that thing. It's awesome. And even up top here, you've got the larger 15,000 BTU air conditioner. You'll also find this one equipped with, like, heavier axles and furnace than you usually find in something this size. Another cool thing, we were talking about the lighting, is there's dimmer switch lighting here inside the slide out, which is very cool for, you know, either night lighting or what I call, like, stealth mode camping. When you're watching a movie at night or when you wake up in the morning and you don't want to get blinded by the light like the old song goes, you can dim it down just a touch. Now, I called this a couples camper or a singles camper, primarily because of the layout and the theater seat. But if you got a couple little grandkids, you take a look, a couple little kiddos can sleep on that, no sweat. And that is really when I think you're going to appreciate the dual partition front privacy shade up here, or curtain as it were, for the front bed. Now, it is an open concept design. Some people don't like that, some people do. We've got all kinds of different RVs at Haylett RV. If this isn't your speed, no sweat, we got something else. But it makes this little camper look and feel not so little. And it is nice to have that visual line of sight break point if you do have a little guest over here. Now, I told you about the entertainment center. That massive TV pivots around for easy viewing. There's not a bad seat in the house. You can crank it around enough. Frankly, if you left the door open, you can probably watch TV from the toilet. I don't know who would really want to do that, but I mean, you know, to each their own, knock yourself out. Vent right above the bed for some extra light and airflow. Although you notice all the shades drawn, even when it's screaming bright outside, you can really drown out the sun in here. And I love the fact that the front windshield, that big front viewing window there, it has a light colored roll down shade, because that will organically help prevent a lot of heat from getting into the RV with that being a lighter color. If I slide down just a little bit, you can see the outlets on both side stands, so it's super CPAP friendly. I mentioned how this is a 70 by 80 you know, king bed, the bigger king. What's nice though is you can still slide around it enough, no big deal. You know, you figure you spend 3 minutes making the bed, you spend 8 hours sleeping in it. Most people will try to get a bigger bed if they can possibly help it. But let's take a minute and talk storage. First of all, you have a separate front pass-through versus the, like, underbed easy lift chest area. But as I take a step back, you start to see where this thing kind of separates itself, you know, kind of separates the wheat from the chaff, because it just keeps going. The storage in here just never quits. Like, even up top here, you know, we've got this huge chunk of additional upper cabinet space. And this is all pocket screwed cabinetry, stuff that's going to hold together. Because a shorter model like this, you're probably going to be doing a lot more towing and going. And the cabinets are so darn big, they could throw a shelf in there and basically give you like a double cabinet. And then over here by the entry door, you're actually going to get to see this little motion light kick on just as we work our way through here, which is cool. You can turn it straight on or off if you want, though. But this is like the size of a refrigerator. It's massive. It's an extra closet. You could turn it into a giant pantry. I mean, it could be just a number of different things. And really, I think that's where the large cargo capacity on this little camper comes into play too. Because if you really want to tow small and pack large, this model is one of the best I've ever seen at it. It's why I love having them down at our new lot at Haylett RV. And of course, a nice look at her all closed up here. It's got such a good look. An insane amount of prep space. And I like this elevated either serving station breakfast bar. It'd be a really cool place if you want to grab a couple little portable bar stool type things. You could easily make this like your little quick you know, grab a bite to eat dining station. Easy reach outlets too. That's something I didn't really point out as we were going through all this good stuff. Now that Furrion oven, a neat thing with that is it's one of the only ovens where the sparker knob will actually ignite the oven portion of it. You do have to spark it a few times before the gas will even start flowing, so it's got a neat little kind of safety check in there. The refrigerator we haven't seen yet, but that's an 8 cubic foot two-way gas electric. So if you're gonna, you know, be doing some off-grid use, you can keep your fridge up and running. Or you know, obviously it's very park friendly as well. Now this little white box, that is a basically just a placeholder sleeve. If you want to, you can get this specific Furrion Wi-Fi range extending access point that does have the ability to be LTE upgraded if you're looking for mobile data access, which is all pretty cool. Now behind door number 1 over here, you're going, what's that, man? Well, that, I don't know. You're probably actually not going, what's that, man? But anyway, you get the idea. That's a thermistor. It's a thermal sensor, thermal probe. And this is cool down here because this RV is equipped with in-command. Cougar was, I think, one of the first trailers in the mainstream to standardize this. So anything you can do on this panel, you can do on your phone, which one of the things I like is I can control my heating and cooling from my phone. If I wake up at night and I'm too hot in bed up front, I can crank the air up, down, whatever I need, run my slides. A neat thing with that slide is when this slide is closed, the slide will come a little too close to that kitchen counter to get through it. But here's the thing. If I really had to, if I wanted to sleep somewhere overnight, on the walk back to my camper, I could grab my phone, I could use in-command to have the slide started to crack open. By the time I got in here, I could get up, I could get to bed, I could actually use my phone to close the slide behind me and be travel stop friendly. So there's some really cool different things you can do with that just a common switch panel doesn't allow for. Now, at a glance, you're looking at it going, yeah, but really, I mean, that's my light switch? I have to come over here every time? And the short answer is no. They know that not everybody wants to mess with those, you know, digital panels. So they still include just a handy little light switch over here in the wall. There's a similar one for the lights right above the bed under the left side headboard over there. That's what that other switch is. So over here in the bathroom, between the vaulted ceiling, the big radius shower mounted on the inside kind of wall here of the bathroom. What I mean by that is where the shower head's located. It's not against the far wall. And the skylight. It gives me awesome headroom in there. I like just, you know, it's not much, but that extra cabinet right there above the toilet, and since this is the apex of the vaulted ceiling, it's not going to be a head knocker. It's back and tall far enough, it's not going to hit you. It gives me a place to keep some clothes, some body washers or something in there. We've got the, okay, what do we want to call these guys? Because they're not drunken octopi. They look sort of like Phineas and Barnaby. You know those two old-timey weightlifters who are like, hello, Phineas, it's time for us to engage in various calisthenics, you know? Like the big handlebar mustache. Yeah, that's what those are. Sealed countertops. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Sealed countertops through the entire camper. Like in the kitchen and the bathroom here. Big sink for big hands too. And if you are a fluffier person like me, you've got plenty of room for your big old self all around this here toilet. We've already taken a look inside that front pass-through compartment where the in-command system's located. Handy slam latches, magnet catches up there. As mentioned when the video began, this was the first generation of Cougar trailer where they added the windshield, and when they did that, that was the exact same time they went 0 degree rated. So this trailer has the, you know, same hot, cold weathering camp package basically as a big Cougar fifth wheel. You've got the thicker 2-inch sidewalls, which that's kind of what helps define this as an ultralight plus. Most, you know, laminated trailers this size are going to be true lightweights. They're going to be extended season. This is a little bit thicker, a little taller, a little heavier, a little more equipment, but kind of fits that ultralight plus designator. Power tongue jack, 4-corner power stabilizer jacks. Coming over here past the sealed hinge protected baggage door, you see a simple side mount, you know, solar prep plug there, and a water cable docking station for things like your, well, obviously water hose, but you know, your TV coax. Power jacks all the way around, and underbelly's enclosed, heated, has a radiant barrier, and even 12-volt tank heaters on this thing. She features triple sealed slides with sliding slide side breeze windows, which is, whoo, That's a lot to say right there, a lot of alliteration. Max Air vent cover added to the bathroom vent. That's about the only aftermarket thing I've seen here. Although in the upper right corner of this rear wall, you see a little solar kind of charging, kind of like motion sensor light. So if you're walking around your campsite and you need to get back here and see something, easy way to do that. We'll get up on the roof in just a minute. There is, let me get up here a little closer so you can see it, a 300-pound rated factory installed cargo accessory rack or receiver hitch down here. Come on, there we go. Pretty, it's hard with that backlight. The sun's just like barreling down on this thing. And the taillights have those white elements because this actually has reverse travel lighting. So when you shift to back up, it'll cast some light so you can kind of see what you're doing. Power awning, of course, easy tilt with LED lighting. And you can sync that to the in-command system. So if you want to be out here and turn your awning light off and on or roll your awning in or out, you can use your phone to do that. You don't even have to go all the way in. Although that in-command panel that we saw in the past there at the beginning of the video, you can also manipulate the power awning, the stabilizers, and the slide out from there as well. So you always have like a physical switch button you can mess with. And I really don't know what Cougar does different on their roofs from so many people, but they feel so much more solid underfoot than virtually anything else that I walk on. And if you watch our videos, you know I walk on just about every roof out there. All of the roof membrane is great, the skin is great. You know, I'm not seeing, you know, peeling, flaking, fading of decals. The seals don't look chalky. Everything looks good. This is solid. Someone's gonna be real happy with this, saving a couple grand off the new tag. So if you need pieces, parts, hitching, finance, or RV delivery, or anything in between, give us a call down here at Haylet RV Brokers and we'll get you camping. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylet camping, everyone.